Hello everyone, my name's Games and welcome back to a brand new series that I like to call My Honest Opinions. So this is where I talk about my honest opinions about certain movies, shows, YouTube channels and different things that I like to talk about. I'm going to be doing this when I feel like it, so it's not going to be like a weekly thing or anything like that, but it will be relatively uploaded regularly. It will be my main series from now on, mainly because I want to focus on this a little bit. I want to take the channel to a different direction. I don't just want to focus on gaming, because I want to talk about loads more than just gaming, basically like that. So I think we should just get on with it, and I'm going to talk about today's episode, which is my favourite iconic horror villain. So these are villains from iconic horror movies of all time, basically. I'm going to talk about my top 5, my favourite bits and parts, and not my favourite parts of the villains. And then I'm going to say who my favourite one is. So, top 5. I'm not going to do this in order, because obviously that's going to give away who I think is number 1. But these villains consist of Pennywise, so that's Tim Curry and Bill Skarsgård, so these are both characters, because it's the same character. Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers, Jason, and Leatherface. Those are my top 5 favourite iconic villains. I'm going to just dissect my favourite and non-favourite bits about those characters. So I think we'll start with Pennywise. So It 2017 was a very, very good movie. Bill Skarsgård, who played Pennywise, did a very good job of portraying Pennywise, and was very good. Tim Curry also did an amazing job in the miniseries back a while ago. The first miniseries, he did a great job there as well. Now, I'm not going to talk about the actors in this sort of situation, apart from maybe a couple of minutes of it, but I'm mainly going to talk about the characters themselves. So, Pennywise the character is an interesting thing. So, if you don't know, Pennywise is basically an alien who uses different forms to create children's fears that they have and become that fear to lure these children so he can feed and basically survive, because he wants food. He comes out every 27 years, and that's when he comes out and tries to attack and lure children into being able to kill them and feed on them. He does this by using their fears, their insecurities. He basically chooses the minorities, the people that get picked on in school, the Losers Club, which is, the Losers Club. If you watched it, you know what I'm talking about. And Pennywise is a very, very cool and creative character that I very much like and admire. He's dark because he'd do anything to kill these children. So I think Pennywise is just one of those villains that I really do like. He has this way of acting like he's human, but in the 2017 he shows a little bit more of a alien side at times, with his changing of forms, when his body is sort of twisted and turning in a different shape to where his head is, so his body's in a different position, and many other things like that. Pennywise, for me, is an amazing character, but he's not my favourite. The most hated things about Pennywise for me is the fact that he's not actually that good at killing children, because of course in the movies, by the way, spoilers, if you're watching this and you want to watch it, miniseries and 2017 It, I would watch them before you continue watching this, because this will spoil the ending and many things about it. Obviously, the Loser Club, all these kids gang up and defeat Pennywise. So he obviously killed Georgie, but he didn't. Technically, Bill, the kid, did. So he's not exactly great at actually killing anyone. So there you go. The thing I said about Pennywise is not exactly amazingly true, because I forgot he actually killed one of the bullies called Patrick Hockstader. But he still didn't necessarily lure him in. It was because he was chasing down the bullied fat kid, and then he heard noises in the sewer and decided to go in there. So there is a little, he can kill someone, but he does struggle to. So that was my opinions on that one. We'll move on to the next horror villain. Now we're going to talk about Leatherface. Leatherface is the villain in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, who recently, in 2016 I believe, or 17, might be 17, got his own individual movie, The Origins of Leatherface. Now Leatherface is a big old villain, tall, broad, and he's just vicious, and he's really cool. I really like Leatherface. I think he's very underrated as a villain. A lot of people dismiss him being in the same category as the other villains, which I'll come on to talk about later. I really like Leatherface. Obviously, his main weapon is a chainsaw. Shit in hell. He's sort of a slave to the family, to be honest. The family uses him as a way to get the people so then they can eat them for their dinners and feed them to the nan and the granddad and stuff like that, and the mum. And yeah, basically he goes out and he kills and gets loads of people, gets them back to his house with his family, and they eat them for dinner. I'm not joking. That is really what happens with Leatherface. Now, the things I don't like about Leatherface, there isn't really much to talk about that I don't like about Leatherface, to be honest. I think maybe the fact that he gets manhandled too much easy. He gets handled way too easily, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. If you disagree with me, let me know in the comments down below. Let's get into our next villain, Michael Myers. Wow, this guy is supernatural. He's got shot many times. He's got burned and stayed alive. Now, if you don't know who Michael Myers is, he is a psychotic murderer. As a kid, he killed his sister and did kill a couple of babysitters who were babysitting. Yeah, basically, he came back to the town to murder these babysitters. He's a man with a mask, with a knife, likes to kill people. Yeah. Obviously, the Halloween movie came out last year. I am yet to watch it, so yeah, looking forward to that. But Michael Myers is a very, very cool character. He doesn't talk, a bit like, didn't mention Leatherface, but he didn't really talk either. Michael Myers does not talk. He's very, I like the way he walks. He's just very sort of casual about it. He never really runs. He just sort of walks everywhere, which makes it more creepy, the fact that he can keep up with them. That he can keep up with you, even though he's just walking in a natural pace. He stalks people. That's how he kills people, basically. He stalks them and then finds a way to kill them. He's very strong, and he's practically invincible. Yeah, Michael Myers. Now, the thing I don't like about Michael Myers... What don't I like about Michael Myers? Nothing. I like everything to do with Michael Myers. Let's carry on. Now, the next villain we're going to talk about is Jason Voorhees. Now, Jason Voorhees has got a very, very different story to the rest of them. And he actually did not... The original villain that we all know did not feature in the original Friday the 13th movie. Now, the actual storyline comes from his mother. Now, if you don't know the storyline of what Jason Voorhees is, he was a kid who got drowned by these kids, and the camp counsellors ignored what happened, and their mum came back and killed the next camp counsellors who came to the camp Crystal Lake. She murdered them, but apart from one who ended up killing the mother. Ever since then, Jason Voorhees has come back to kill anyone who steps foot in Crystal Lake, and occasionally in movies he's gone to other places as well, like at the time when he went to America, or you know, not to Crystal Lake. And yeah, he's basically a monster, well not a monster, a villain, psychotic killer with a mask, with a hockey mask, which is creepy. He's also had different forms, different masks and stuff like that. He's had one with a bag over his head, and he always gets unmasked as well, similar to Michael Myers as well. Yeah, Jason Voorhees uses very inventive ways to kill people, and I like that about him. He's also kind of invincible like Michael Myers. Yeah, Jason Voorhees is cool. The issue I have with Jason Voorhees is the storyline is because of his mother. And in Friday the 13th, the original movie, he's not the Jason we know, which is annoying, but there you go. And then our final villain, Freddy Krueger, the man, the nightmare. The man in your nightmares. Stay awake. Now, I'm hoping that everyone knows who Freddy Krueger is. If you don't know, I'll let you know now. So, there was movies called A Nightmare on Elm Street, and he was the villain in there. Basically, he is a man that can kill people in their dreams. Yes, in their dreams. Now, the backstory to Freddy Krueger is, he used to be in a school, and he murdered and abused loads of kids, and he tried to get away. The parents of those kids went after him and burned him alive in a boiler station, in a boiler room sort of thing, and he burned to death, and these demons granted a wish, or granted two things, where he could live in the dream world, and he did, and he kills people in the dream world. Freddy Krueger is a man with blade knives for fingers, as that as well. He kills people like that, and a lot of people, when they say they see him, seem crazy. Obviously, you got a man killing you in your dreams, people are not going to believe you. He also has this backing song, his theme song basically, these kids sing this sort of chant song about him, and it's fucking creepy. Not gonna lie, it is fucking creepy. Yeah, I think I'm gonna include that in this video. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is that chant. Fucking creepy. Now, the thing I don't like about Freddy Krueger, well, not don't like, but the bad points into Freddy Krueger is there is a way to kill him. He can't be killed in the dream world, but if you pull him out and you find a way to get him out of your dreams, you can kill him in real life. There you go. So, we've had the villains. We've had Pennywise, Leatherface, Freddy Krueger, Jason and Michael Myers. But who is my all-time favourite iconic horror villain? Ladies and gentlemen, Freddy Krueger! Freddy Krueger is my all-time favourite villain. Now, you probably expected me to say Michael Myers, considering the fact I said there's nothing I don't like about Michael Myers. But Freddy Krueger intrigues me too much for my liking. But I really do like Freddy Krueger, and that's, I like all those villains I've mentioned. Yeah. But my all-time favourite iconic horror villain is Freddy Krueger. Let me know yours in the comments down below, if maybe it's not even any of them. Maybe it could be someone underrated. Maybe it could be, Ghostface or something. Let me know in the comments down below who's your favourite villain. Like the video if you've enjoyed. Subscribe for more content in 2019 just like this. Gaming will be coming as well. It's not just going to be this content, it'll be gaming as well. But I hope you enjoy this style of content. I'll be bringing a lot more like this in 2019. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've all enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Ta-ra for now.